What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now today, yes indeed, we're going to be checking out some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay, bringing it back old school. And yes, we're going to be rocking the ACR suppressed in the first gameplay and the SCAR H suppressed in the second gameplay. Just to let you guys know very quickly, second gameplay isn't too outstanding, it's more mediocre, but I know you guys don't care too much about the gameplay, mostly here for the commentaries. Who cares what I put in this gameplay? As long as the first one is extra saucy, I think you guys don't mind at all. But there's a reason why you guys are watching some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay today, and that's because I'm going to be making a transition back to the old school style. Now, as you guys already know, I made a video about this, maybe I think it was like a day or two ago, about how we should all go and repopulate the old school CODs, but just for me alone, I'm just playing old school. Either old school, Modern Warfare Search and Destroy, or even some Warzone. That's basically it at this point. I can't touch Cold War. I simply cannot do it anymore. I had by far one of the worst streams I've ever had in a very long time. I could not keep a good mood for the life of me. For 3 hours straight, I could not do it. The game is ridiculous. It's broken, and it's not because of the lack of content. That's another thing. Don't get me wrong. The lack of content in this game is absolutely atrocious. It kills the whole experience of Black Ops Cold War. But at the end of the day, it comes down to how the game performs. Now, first and foremost, this isn't a PC game. I'm just going to say that upright, and I am a PC player, so my opinion might be a tad bit biased when it comes to how I go about this video, because like I said, I'm a PC player, I'm a PC gamer. If the game doesn't play good on PC, I'm more than likely going to have a much different opinion from console players, but I will say, I did play it on PlayStation when the beta first came out, because as you guys know, PlayStation gets exclusive content from the Call of Duty franchise. Wonderful, right? But I did play it on the PlayStation for a little bit, and I played it on PC as well. And I gotta say, my experience on the PlayStation was 10 times better than the PC version. PC Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is absolute garbage. It's the worst possible PC experience in the world, and it almost seems like they took a major step back and did not optimize this game at all and make it ready for the PC players, which is disrespectful because after coming from Modern Warfare, which to me personally is probably one of the best PC Call of Duty games ever made. It's not the best Call of Duty game ever made. You know, I don't really care for Modern Warfare, but how the game plays, how it feels on a mouse and keyboard is just, it's untouchable. It's hands down the best FPS game I've ever played on a PC. It's smooth, it's fluent, it hits every fine detail of every movement I make with the mouse. It's a fantastic game for PC gaming, and after Modern Warfare came out, I thought the future could only get better. How could it possibly get worse after Modern Warfare for PC players? You know, they absolutely made a banger for PC. There's no possible way they could mess up the next, but by surprise, as always, they messed it up. This game is just god-awful on PC. I don't know if I can tolerate it anymore. Just the feeling of the mouse is just horrifying. It's clunky, it's messy, it's not responsive. That's another thing about Modern Warfare. It's responsive. Regardless if you hate or love the game, it is responsive. When I move my mouse, when I flick to an enemy's head, my iron sight or my red dot is going to go to the enemy's head. When I flick in Cold War, I feel like 9 times out of 10, my shots aren't even going to connect. I'm not even going to go anywhere close to the enemy, and by then, because of the performance of this god-awful game, I'm not even going to win the gunfight. And that's going to move me over to the next topic here. It's not only just a god-awful PC game, but the performance of this game is utter crap. It's the worst performing Call of Duty game I think personally I've ever touched. I'm going to be completely honest. When we were streaming, I was maxing out at 40 FPS. 40 FPS. And a Call of Duty shooter, modern day Call of Duty shooter. Now, yes, you might say my PC is pretty much outdated, and it is. I do have a pretty old PC. I've had it for about 3 years. I haven't upgraded anything. I'm currently saving up for the funds to go ahead and, you know, get a new PC since I am streaming a lot more. And if you guys haven't followed me over on Twitch, please go ahead and do so. Every single day, we've been gaining more and more followers over on Twitch. We're so close to 2,000 followers altogether. You guys have been giving me so much support, so much love with all the subscriptions and the bit donations. It's absolutely insane. But if you guys want to be a part of the community, have a good time, and not deal with all of this Cold War crap and actually see some good old school games being played live and in action, go follow me over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description, of course. But while streaming, I was topping at 40 FPS, which doesn't make any sense to me. If I were to sit down and think about this exact situation, it would drive me mental because you can't think about it. You can't think about it. There's no way to understand why this game is 40 FPS. There's simply not. It looks like shit. It plays like shit. So why, in God's name, is it running at 40 frames? It looks like Call of Duty 2. It looks like a game made 20 years ago. Why in a million years am I topping off at 40 frames in this game? When I can go over to Warzone, which is massive. Warzone's a massive scaled game mode. Huge map. Tons of stuff going on, 100 plus players, loot scattered everywhere. It's a lot of stuff for a PC to run. And this is how I understood that it's not my PC at first. Like I said, I thought it was my PC. Maybe it's just outdated. You know, maybe Black Ops Cold War is too recent of a COD. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's not. Because I go back and play Warzone, which was only a year later. You know, it's no difference. And Warzone plays at 100 plus frames. So how? Please, someone in the comment section who wants to defend anything about Cold War in this video, please go ahead. How does Warzone run at 100 plus frames with all those buildings, the trees, the landscape, the loot, the players, all of that stuff? And when I go over to Cold War, which honestly just looks like a piece of crap, I don't know how they were able to even consider getting the graphics they got in that game after games like Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3. If anything, they look exactly like Black Ops 4. There's no upgrade. If anything, it's a downgrade at most. So how does this game run at 40 frames? How is this possible? Along with no content, bugs absolutely everywhere, glitches happening nonstop. The performance is crap. The map designs are crap. And then on top of all of that, I can't even enjoy the gunplay of the game because I'm running on 40 frames. 40 frames! And I updated the game too. Don't tell me about the G4 stuff. I already updated that stuff. Don't worry about that stuff. I did each and every detail to make sure that this game runs perfect. All settings on low. It's updated. It's good to go. 40 frames. 40 frames. The textures won't load in on my maps. They won't load in. You guys are talking about it all the time on my videos. Every single time I make a video, everybody's like, why are your textures like that? Why is the map not loading in? It's because Treyarch is incompetent and they're stupid. It's not my PC. If it was my PC, Modern Warfare would have the same issue. But in Modern Warfare, everything looks gorgeous. The textures are loading in. The game plays properly. I'm running 100 plus frames. It's smooth. It's responsive. If only it had good maps. If only it had better core Call of Duty mechanics, Call of Duty Modern Warfare would have been a banger. But they don't care. They don't care. Of course, it's typical Activision, always having to go, or maybe even Infinity Ward. I don't know whose fault it is. Whatever you did, give me my mini-map back. Give me my Dead Silence back. Fix your game. Fix your game, and Modern Warfare will be a top dog. But currently, right now, it's still not. It's still not. I mean, if you have a remastered map playlist, maybe I could play it all the time. But that's not the point of this video. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little off track here. Jesus Christ. The point here is that regardless of how much I hate Modern Warfare, I can't deny the fact that it is just simply a better game than Black Ops Cold War. Black Ops Cold War is utter crap. I'm not going to put myself through that. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to go ahead and get as much content for YouTube as I possibly can for you guys. But when it comes to Twitch and live streaming this game, I can't play this shit for hours. I can't play a game that's on 30 to 40 FPS for hours on end after just getting done playing a game on 100 plus FPS. I know a lot of people don't simply understand the difference. If you're on console, you probably don't even care about the difference, honestly. But when you're playing on PC, it's a massive, and I mean massive, because a lot of consoles, you don't even have monitors that can handle, over 60 FPS, because it doesn't really matter, honestly. That's why I personally love so much about consoles. It's a really cheaper method. PC is so freaking expensive between the PC and the monitors you need to get, and all this stuff to make sure it runs properly, the power, oh my God, it's insane. But console, that's why I love so much about it. But you don't really care about that. But on PC, when you can see and, actually feel 100 plus FPS, and then you go to a game that's playing on 30, it's awful. You have to take my word on this. If you've never experienced it, then you can't put your... If you never experienced it, you can't put your 2 cents on it because it's so true. If you go from 100 plus FPS to a game on 30 to 40, you would probably puke. Your eyes will puke. It's disgusting. I don't understand why this game has to perform like this. I spent $60 on this title for a game that doesn't even look good or play good. And this is what you pay me back with? You pay me back with a game that gives me... No, bro, it's not a chance. I'm going back to Modern Warfare, guys. That's basically the moral of the story. I'm going back to Modern Warfare. I never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd even say this. To be honest, with all the rants I made about Modern Warfare, and honestly, still to this day, like I said, I hate the game anyways. It just doesn't feel like COD, but hey, at least my bullets register. I mean, at least the skill-based matchmaking is toned down. At least the graphics actually look good, and I can actually perform with 100 plus frames instead of playing a piece of crap game that doesn't even look good. If Cold War actually played good and it had that bad of graphics, it would be okay. But the fact that the graphics look that crap and I'm running 30 frames is unacceptable. I'm not putting up with that. It's just unfair. But guys, I do thank you so much for putting up with my rant today. I know you guys are getting tired of this. I'm going to move on to some different topics. I kind of want to review some of the old school CODs, like why Call of Duty is like one of my personal favorite games, even though it has no content, and different little things I want to speak about. Don't worry, we have some very interesting stuff coming up over the course of the next few days or so. But to this current day, I think I'm done with Cold War. I will go ahead and I'll get content when they release new maps. I'll play those maps. When they release new guns, I'll play with those guns. I'll do anything you guys want. But when it comes to my free time and grinding, I can't grind it no more. You know, if I want to grind up my rank to level 1000, I think I'm just going to stick to the Modern Warfare side and just grind it there because I can't play it. It's unplayable. And it's not, and I want people to understand this. It is simply not because of the fact that the game has a certain playstyle. You know, I could deal with the playstyle. I learned the playstyle. That's why I've been playing it nonstop, and that's why I still to this day say maybe 3, 4, 5 months down the road, it's going to be a banger. But right now in its current state, it's unplayable because it's just not a finished game. Like I said, 30, 40 frames? What are you talking about? On all low with horrible bro, please. It is so bad and it's so unfair that Activision thought it was okay to release something like this into the public. During this time, they should have given it more time. It needed more time. They should have never forced it out. Now Treyarch looks like they're incompetent and they don't know how to make games, and now the fan base has lost hope in COD. I mean, I don't blame you guys. Go play what you want. Like I said, I'm switching to some Battlefield 6 when that game comes out. Oh my god. Activision is not going to finesse me anymore. I will still play the game. I will still get some content for you guys. I am a Call of Duty channel, but oh man, Battlefield 6. It's going to be a vibe. But, guys, if you enjoyed today's commentary, make sure to leave a like, and by all means, if you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, going to catch me live streams on video games. I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all on the next one. Peace out.